Here, volleyball coach Mike Lester. Coach, kicked off the conference season on Wednesday. You probably could have picked, couldn't have picked a more difficult first opponent in the conference. You're playing the defending champion and nationally ranked St. Thomas. Struggled a little bit early, but like you were saying off camera, it was one of those matches that you guys played very well, even though it was a 3-1 loss.
Yeah, it was a really good match. I mean, I think anybody that happened to see the webcast or was there in person, saw two teams play really, really well. The top players for both teams stepped up and played well in the match, and it made it really competitive and really exciting. It's always good to see where you are against the top teams in the league, and so to open with St. Thomas, it's not a bad thing for us at all. Gave us a measuring stick of what we need to do to get better.
And individually, a couple of very, very solid performances. Cassidy Biddle, career high 18 kills. Mackie Fatness had 13. Lex Krogstad, I know you said, had a phenomenal match. Individually, you're getting, as has been the season, you're getting performances from different people each time.
Yeah, we really are. And all three of those kids, and really our whole team last night, the thing that they did really well was they kind of executed the game plan that we set out, especially defensively. We know that St. Thomas has some really dynamic offensive players. We tried to do our best to limit them, and when we couldn't limit them with the block, tried to funnel them a little bit toward Lex, and she handled that really, really well.
I think one of the things that I've seen with your team from the opening tournament here to now is that never give up attitude. You look at the St. Thomas match is a great example. You lose two matches 25-15 or two sets 25-15. You're down 19-14 in the third, and boom, all of a sudden you guys kind of rock and roll.
Yeah. I mean, the first two sets 25-19 in those two sets, but even in that second set, we were 18-18 in that set. And give St. Thomas credit, they went on a run. But we spent a lot of time here in the last couple of weeks with our team talking about the fact that in volleyball, just like other sports, early in matches, early in games, it's easy to get kills. It's easy to make a big play. The teams that do really well and have a lot of success are the teams that are really successful from 2020 on. And so the teams that can make plays at the end of sets. And, we did that in set 3. We got up 21-18 and finished that set. Set 4, we got to 22-22, and it really then comes down to who can make one or two plays. St. Thomas did, and we didn't, and that was the difference in that fourth set.
Now, it's not uncommon now. You step out of conference play this weekend. You head to the Ripon tournament, 4 non-conference games, against 4 very quality opponents. How do you approach this weekend coming off of that conference opener?
Yeah, sure. We just need to keep building on what we did. Again, tournaments that are non-conference, it's a good opportunity to get some people some playing time. But at the same time, we need to make sure we continue to build some cohesion. I think that right now is one thing that will help us in those 2020 situations is as we get more and more comfortable playing with each other. And so it's going to be a good combination this weekend of getting some cohesion and getting some team unity built up, but also getting some other kids some playing time as well.
You're facing some teams that maybe haven't faced in the last year.
Yeah.
You look back, it's been a couple years. You've got MSOE, Superior, River Falls, and then Ripon. How do you approach the tournament? Have you scouted these teams? How do you come into this tournament, ready to play?
Yeah, sure. We have had an opportunity to just see some stats and see a little bit of video on most of the teams that we're going to play. But in all reality, these tournaments become far more about your team and what your team is doing than it is about the opponent. Conference matches change a little bit because you can game plan a little bit more for conference opponents. But really, we want to make sure we're taking care of what we can do, trying to make ourselves better so that we're ready to go for the conference season.
Ripon tournament this weekend. You kick off with MSOE and Superior on Friday night. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks.